There are currently 36 playable heroes in Overwatch 2, starting from a total of 21 at the launch of the original Overwatch game. The cadence set for new heroes was roughly every 4 months, so if we go by these standards we can expect a new hero by the end of this month, or March 2023. Early reports seem to indicate that the devs are keen to expand their pool of support heroes, since this is the smallest of all classes, with currently only 8 playable characters. That being said, the Overwatch world is being increasingly built out and offers plenty of options for the developers to choose from. So, in light of this speculation, in this video I will walk you through some of the potential support heroes and speculate as to their abilities. However, as I was putting this video together, Jeff Kaplan, the director of Overwatch, has gone on to state that the new hero is, quote, cute. If I'm honest, I'm not sure where this leaves my ideas, but let's see anyway. Let's start with Maximilian, who is one of the wealthy masterminds behind Talon's success. He started as an accountant and is now responsible for laundering money through one of many successful establishments, including the Don Rombatico distillery, which you may know from the Havana map, or Casino Monaco. Maximilian was targeted by Overwatch, viewing him as a soft target, and was ultimately responsible for Doomfist's capture after giving his location in Singapore. For this reason, they are not well suited to a DPS or tank role, but could offer an interesting contrast to the support role. Overwatch has steered away from non-healing support roles like the old Symmetra, however here Maximilian could fulfill a similar role. If I were to speculate, these would be his abilities. Auto Attack throws coins as a ranged projectile with high fire rate and low damage, or Alternative Fire throws a cocktail-style vial that provides splash healing. Bribe provides a temporary 25 health shield to an ally that lasts for 30 seconds. Double creates a decoy that runs in a given direction. And finally the ultimate ability, Cheetah, an AoE projectile similar to Bap's Lamp that slows down the cooldown timer of enemies and increases allies in its radius. Now, in keeping with the overwhelming Omnic theme we have going on in this video, we have Nameless. Nameless's design is very different to the other Omnics in this video, and in fact most other Omnics in the world of Overwatch, as he has been highly customized to fulfill a companion role for children. You may notice he is sporting bunny ears and, rather novelly, a built-in charging cable for devices. Nameless was Ramatra's closest friend besides Zenyatta, so a logical follow-up to the recent introduction to the game. When looking at their kit, let's draw on this rather novel idea of a charging cable, so all abilities and auto attacks would be themed around electricity. Their auto attack would be a pulse cannon. This is an arched projectile with a slow fire rate similar to that of Zarya's right click. Charge Link, a line of sight ability that latches onto a friendly character and provides small overtime healing. Charge Shield, shields both themselves and any hero affected by Charge Link. And their ultimate ability, which now causes the Charge Link to link to all allied heroes within line of sight. Next, let's look at Case. Case is a leader of a gang based out of the underworld, which, if you didn't know, is an Omnic community built under King's Row. Case styles himself as a religious figure similar to Zenyatta, and is therefore perfect for a support-based role. However, there is a slight caveat that he hates all of human and human culture. So would he be better suited to a damage role? Who knows? Regardless, let's explore. I've modelled a lot of his abilities after Sojourn's kit, but flipping them on its head to fulfill a healer role. Omnics are better suited to internalise weaponry rather than carrying one separately, so I've just given him a basic, bog standard attack beam. Rail Beam, burst heal with a penetrating effect similar to Sojourn's railgun. Inspire, an AoE burst ability that makes all team members caught in unstoppable, similar to Orissa's golden feature. And the ultimate ability, no surprises here, Rail Beam can be deployed every 1.5 seconds. On to Mary, and our first human off the list. Mary is a capable mech pilot and leader of the Tinkers. She was featured in the recent Wastelanders short that introduced us to Junker Queen. Now, since Mary consciously chooses to help Junker Queen in this scenario, let's explore her in a support role. And there are plenty of similar support characters across other games we can draw influence from. If we look at Mary's kit, she has a grapple hook. I couldn't possibly think of another support that we could draw inspiration from here. They would have a melee auto attack similar to that of Brigitte's using her hammered fists. Life support, which fires a hook at a friendly, providing a small shield and pulling them towards her. Support turret, which creates a small turret sticking to an object, which then shoots healing projectiles. And finally the ultimate Tinker Cloud, which creates a cloud of slowing gas that drastically reduces hero movement speed. And lastly, and perhaps a curveball for the support role, Anubis. Anubis is an AI or so-called god program responsible for the Omnic Crisis. Overwatch was able to contain Anubis for a short while and contracted its security to Helix Security, but was ultimately able to escape and wreak havoc for a second time. We already have Echo as an AI character in Overwatch, so we could do the same for Anubis. Their auto attack would be similar to Echo, but let's change the pattern from a triangle to maybe a square or a circle, something different. Programming causes a hero to gain health over time. Swift Glide, a movement ability similar to Winton's jump, but with the additional glide feature of both Echo and Mercy. And for their ultimates, I was torn between two drastically different ideas. Firstly, a global heal over time, so regardless of where they are on the map, you are able to heal all friendly characters. Or secondly, a healing ability that spreads when friendlies either make contact or get very close to each other. So to conclude, there are plenty of options to choose from, such that it is almost impossible for us to predict who will be next to enter the game. Back to my original comment of cute, well, I suspect I was way off the mark there, but you never know, Jeff may have just thrown a red herring in. But what about you? Who do you think will be the next Overwatch hero, or perhaps who would you like to see as the next Overwatch hero? Let me know in the comment section down below.